Okay, now we're going to start painting, so what you want to do, get your pliers, and I think we're going to start out with blaze orange here. Now, when it comes to glow-in-the-dark colors, it is recommended that you have a base coat of white, so that way it brightens up the color and helps it with its luminescence, as the guy at the bait shop said. So, first you want to stir your paint. I got them kind of cheapy jars, but you want to stir it up so it gets all fluffy. And once it gets to that point, set it back down. This up has a lid on it, I could shake it, but you want to shake it up so it gets all powdery, and then you could open it. So, there you go. Now, turn your heat gun on, and then you're going to dip it, heat it up so it gets hot, and then you're going to want to dip it into the white once it gets hot, but it's going to take a minute or two for this to heat up. You want to make sure you get it heated up well, so that way you don't have to reheat it. But then you could go ahead and dip it in, cap it off, and heat it back up. See how it looks a little powdery? I don't know if you guys can see it, but it looks powdery. It's not supposed to look like that, so you have to heat it back up on your heat gun so it gets to a really glossy color. And then you're going to want to dip it back in. So, dip it back in to make sure you got a good base coat. Heat it back up so it gets to the part, and then you dip it back in the oil. And once it gets to look like this, then you hang it up. You don't want to just let it set down on anything, because then it'll stick to the surface that you set it to, and that's not good for the finish or the quality of the lure or jig. So I'm going to do 3 in each color because I have 2 dozen here. So once you get it heated up well, heat it back up. Dip it in again. And then heat back up so it gets nice and glossy, and then hang it back on and put it up on the rack. Alright, want to dip it in. So, alright, I just showed you first how to do the paint. Now, I'll show you once I get them all done. Alright, well, I painted all these jigs just now, but I don't know if you can see too well because of the light, but see if that helps a little bit. But first up, we got yellow. Then we got orange pearl flake, glow-in-the-dark green, red, and right here on the end, candy yellow. Don't know if you can see that too well. Then we got glow-in-the-dark pink, glow-in-the-dark orange, and I don't know if you can see this, but dragonfly, which basically is a candy blue or purplish with some metal flake in it. But I just got them hanging up here, cooling off right now. All this is a little suit cage that my mom gave me just to use. And it's better than spending like $10-20 on a hanger. But all I had to do is put 2 screws in there and hang it up, and then it hangs down just like that. I can hang all my jigs off of it. So, seems to be, it does the job. I mean, nothing fancy, but alright, I'll show you guys what the jigs look like once you put skirts on them. I'll show that to you in a minute or two here. Alright, here we go. This is what they look like. I only did 3 of them real quick because that's all the time I had before supper time, but this is basically what they look like when they're all done. We got pink on the outer sides, and then got that raspberry in the middle. Raspberry has a white skirt and the pink has pink skirts, and all 3 of them have blue thread on them. My bad, thread on it with white fur. The other 2 have blue thread with pink fur. Sorry for the bit, but that's basically what they look like when they're all done. And I did heat treat these in the oven, so they're ready to go fishing.